3.
Yeah.
Checking sound. Are we good?
Great. Let's see.
Wherever.
Yep, we're good.
Hey guys, what's up? This is not a vegetable video. Again, this is something super cool though. Out here helping Justin and Rebekah film at Polyface, Joe Salatin's farm, for Justin's video, Permaculture Pigs. So we're way up on Joel's property right now. We came up on the four-wheeler and they're about to move these pigs from this paddock into this one.
The only way I know to maintain sanitation and hygiene is with deep bedding. Nature sanitizes two ways. One is with rest and sunlight, which is the pasture idea, where you're moving animals along and you've got rest and sunlight. The second way is with vibrant decomposition, a la compost pile. Well, compost requires depth. You can't build a 12-inch by 12-inch by 12-inch compost pile. It requires mass. And so what we're trying to do is anytime we house animals, we're trying to put them on a compost pile, which means it has to be deep enough and with the right carbon nitrogen ratio so that it actually is operating as a compost pile. So we run the cows out so we can open everything up, and then we load everything into manure spreaders. We just back the manure spreader in and just spin it off real slow. And boy, I mean, you can just lay it in there as pretty as can be and just go real slow across. And then we add corn. We put in about 80 pounds of corn per cubic yard of material. I mean, you got to pay the pig salary something, right? And so that's how we layer it in. Now the other thing is there's a couple other little nuances here. One is that obviously the pigs are not dumb. They do the top stuff first and then get the bottom stuff later. But the bottom stuff was the first stuff you put in. If you wait too long, you've got really about 120 to 140 day window here before the corn literally just ferments away, where all you've got is skin. So what we do is we put more corn in the bottom than in the top because they're having to move more material. If it gets too deep, I mean, because this thing will get real deep. Of course, it was deeper before it composted, but when it gets real deep, we actually have already taken off the top 2 feet of this, and now we're at the bottom. So we'll let them go through a couple feet, take that off. When it gets so deep they can't reach the bottom, and then pull off the top. And so when the pigorators go in and they find those clumps of fermented junky hay, they eat it like Breyer's ice cream. And so that, I mean, the juice is just running. I mean, it's amazing to watch. It's like a kid eating a juicy tomato, you know. And so that supplements the corn for the pigs as well, and helps the CN ratio to be, you know, around 30-to-1 to 25-to-1 to be the right relationship.
And I see that for distributing hay to the cows, you do it from the inside of the hay barn.
Yeah.
The hay is right there.
Mm-hmm.
They throw it over. It's not like you're having to walk in here with the cows.
No.
Okay.
No. There's just a gate. There's a gate across
Yep.
here, which the gate then rises, you know, as the bedding increases, and so we just go up into the center and throw it down. So the cows are all around the outside
Okay.
of a core of stored hay, where we can just toss it into the box from the inside.
This is a what? 12, 14
This
by
is
60-foot area right here?
16 feet wide from pole to pole.
Okay.
So the block is actually about 14 feet wide, and this is 45 feet long. And yeah, we've got enough space, enough roof space. And notice again, this is a shed. It doesn't have any sides on it. So there's a lot of ventilation in here. Mm-hmm. And so we have enough roof space to handle about 300 head of cattle here.
How hot do you have to keep it to keep the pigs in?
Yeah, the voltage is, we like to keep at least 3,000.
Okay.
It's better to be up 4 or 5
Okay.
to keep the pigs in. But yeah, the biggest, so there's a lot going on here. A lot of people struggle with this, and the reason is because they either don't have a powerful enough energizer, or, well, there's several ways that you can mess this up. Another one is not having your wire visible. So notice this has been cleaned and weed-eated underneath.
Yeah.
If a pig can't see it, you can't expect them to know where it is. And so some of the maintenance here is to actually come out and clean with a chainsaw or a weed eater, you know, once a year, just to keep things, obviously preferentially when you put the pigs in, okay? And you have to keep it good and tight. See how tight that is? A saggy wire pigs will be out all the time. Because what you want is when that pig comes up with their nose to nose it, or their side, if they can push that wire before it pushes into them enough to make a contact to shock them, you're going to have roguish pigs. So that the tension, the visibility, and the power of the spark, they all have to be right. They're coming up on a week, so they're about ready to move. You see the cell feeder's empty. The cell feeder's empty, so they are running. They're running out of feed and ready to go.
Are you going to put more feed in that cell feeder?
No, we'll move them.
So you're going to move them like tomorrow?
Yeah.
If they're out of feed. Okay.
Yeah.
There you
This gets pigs about 2 times a year. Only 2 times a year. And the idea here is just, eat stuff under the trees. We don't want to kill the trees. We want to leave the trees going, so you don't want to put so much pressure on this.
From what I've learned today, Joel's measurement of time is when the pigs empty that feeder right there, it's time to move them. And he also sets the feeder at a certain spot to like hyper disturb it. So there's a lot of disturbance around the feeder, and that's how they get a lot of disturbance in one area. All right, some things they do to prep: they check the wires, and he's weed whacking underneath the wire right now, so the grass is off of it, and then they set up their fence post and move the pigs up here. Pretty simple. moved up to a fresh spot. These guys are in their new spot, and they'll be here for like a week to 10 days, and then they'll move on to, I'd imagine, this one over here. But this is pretty cool. They like work the pigs up and down the mountain, and they have ponds. Like there's a pond, there's 4 or 5 ponds I think that's stacked down that they pull water from for these guys to eat. There's black pipe all down this road we've been driving on. It's pretty neat. Alright, out here in the pastured poultry field, so this is super cool. This is the second time I've seen it in real life, but every time I see it, it's just like awesome. So you can see they're here now. They get moved every day. You can see where they were over here behind. They're moving this way. And yeah, corners crossed meat birds. This is a this is Joel's model to kind of replace or start to make an impact against conventional farming with these meat chickens. So there's a lot of questioning whatever about using the corners cross, but the reality is that's what customers are used to seeing and getting, and price point to raise the meat chickens to what people will actually pay in real life, you kind of have to use this bird. But the fact that you can raise it this way and get a better product at the end of the day is the whole thing. So really cool. We did meat chickens for ourselves. 2017 we did like about 30, and then last season we did like 220. This year we're not doing any because we're getting the market garden going, but next year we're gonna raise meat chickens for ourselves and 2 other families, and yeah, just see it in real life. I mean, this is where it all started, I suppose. This is amazing, just the setting, like where everything is. It's awesome, super cool. Yeah, that's it for this video. We're gonna go eat dinner with everybody, and then I'm gonna head back to our farm, like 4 hours from here. I woke up at 1:30 a.m., left at 2 a.m., got here at 6 a.m. We've been doing stuff all day. I've been helping Justin film, and yeah, it's learning tons of stuff. So we're gonna go eat. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to see more of what's Justin and I've been doing here, check out his videos. I'll link them in the description. And then if you want to learn more about the pigs, check out his Kickstarter. I'll link that in the description too. He's doing a whole pig movie documentary deal, so it's got a lot of information in it, a lot. So yeah, super grateful to be able to come out here and take this opportunity. Yeah, something different, but something super cool. It's not market gardening or growing veggies, but this is very important. Clearly, Joel is pretty much probably an inspiration for everybody, I'd imagine. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Little thing of pig, you see that one there eating, Richard in there eating a bunch of leaves.